I can't even say anything. I'm just going to say his name and get him up here. Make some noise for Regie Cabico.
Hey, everybody. If you're queer, make some noise. Asian folks, make some noise. If you want to make out with someone queer and Asian, make some noise. See me after the show. Deeper Renaissance Hotel, rooms 374. Your poems revolve around my brain like sushi rolls of genius on a conveyor belt. I sit in the darkest corner where my eyes are pictures full of sangria, and I am too sullen to sleep or blink. I have pried my ribs in the hope of finding you an atom. The cuckoo clock in my chest collapses, and I release the bird. Here is my body, a mausoleum of Russian dolls for all the failed romances I've unscrewed. Accept these gifts, the bird that looks like two mustaches kissing, the arms of a clock that never meets, and the river of sangria that quietly moves and waves us on. The perfect guy. You have a mental telepathy for James Franco daddies. Pull it together, you text me. Butch it up. I'm a cold version of a hot mess. We both laugh at curling irons. With Ritalin, you see me clearly. See me, I say to you. See this mermaid. Eat me, this sandwich we've built. You rue me because we're spectacular in so many ways. You cannot build a relationship on detrimental reliance, yet you pull out dental strips with a Captain America humility in Italian restaurants. Your flippers go berserk. You almost die in taxi rides home. Your ears even taste like dolphin. The reason why I'm single is that I have a hard time. It's taken me a midlife crisis to realize the reason why I'm single is that I have a hard time telling a guy that I like him. Usually the way that I do it is I send cards or I bake cookies, and that's what like a high school girl does, you know, putting notes in boys' lockers. And I am not a high school girl anymore. So I met this guy, and he's sexy, he's a lawyer, he's from New Orleans. He has a garden, he has a dog, he hang glides. He could carry me in a storm like Batman. And the sex is so hot that whenever I'm texting him, I have to wear rubber gloves. I have to safe text him, and I said, you know what, Reggie, just ask him out. It's July, take him for a frozen margarita. And so I take him to the bar, it's July, we're looking into each other's eyes, and I am the Little Mermaid, and my eyes are dilating, and I know we're about to kiss. And then his ex-boyfriend comes in, he's Puerto Rican, comes and calls out his name, and I'm cock-blocked. So this poem is called He's Gonna Fuck Him. He's gonna fuck him! Why did we have to meet at a bar? And why am I one of two brown guys in competition for a white guy? Yeah. They fucked a year ago. My fingers unfurled to Wolverine claws. Another Oriental diva stabs herself in the breast. I'm a brown fucking swan, and my understudy is in other colonized U.S. territory. May there be fireworks and fury to be celebrated in their tongues. An atomic beehive fills my head. If I grab this crotch, this would be over. Puerto Rican guy did not just grab his crotch. My body eats the audacity. I reach for my Captain Morgan's and orange juice and slam it down in the bar like a shard of sunrise. Maybe he's in love with him. Maybe he's not. And when he's done studying for his law exam, he will flash his gumbo smile at me. He will bury his Cajun eyes in my skin. All his tricks drift down a bayou. Orpheus rises and can't believe this shit. Orpheus plays Send in the Clowns on his lyre. He really is gonna fuck him. Puerto Rican guy lives in Logan's Circle. I hope his air conditioning breaks in the storm. May the electricity be damned in Logan's Circle. Everybody's lived through what I'm going through, but I am not afraid of comparisons. I am Regie motherfucking Cabico, and I know who I am. I'm kind, I'm smart, and I'm important. I did not just quote Viola Davis from The Help. Oh, army of black women inside me, give me the power to be fierce. Nina Simone, belt me a new dawn. Tina Turner, give me the strength to strut Proud Mary on this cruisy asphalt. Oh, Regie, you want to find another guy. You want to find in your heart a lotus petal that rises from this, because you can find someone. Love yourself, Regie. Love yourself. And this is for Asian guys who've considered suicide when the guy you thought would be your summer romance leaves you for another brown guy like a bag of hot Skittles on the dance floor. We were gonna have jambalaya and chicken adobo. We were gonna bring back Little Manila from the wreckage. This love affair was gonna be a miraculous loving that would hold the levees and take back the oil spills. But no. He picked the crotch-grabbing slut he fucked last year. Mermaids sing Hans Christian Andersen sea chanties in my tears. And day is rising like a shroud around a death-stricken heart. If you want to write a slam poem, if you have a really shitty day, if you write everything in order, in details, and you perform it in a rhythmic manner, you will have a slam poem. And if you end it with some kind of self-reflection, it works sometimes. My sister in Los Angeles is fucking her roommate Francis. He has big white pearly teeth and 1,130 friends on Facebook. My intern is auctioning himself at B-Bar for leukemia research. My house guest on unemployment has a love affair with a 23-year-old that is punching the toilet because the pipes may have frozen over. Last night he made a chicken with glazed figs as small as on me like fast sex at a restroom gas station in New Jersey. My wireless doesn't work, so I bought a 100-foot Ethernet cord that looks like life support running through the townhouse. Stray cats are peeing on my porch and following me like the sound of zombie babies crying, bottle, bottle. When asked if I would auction myself as a date for leukemia research, I see if I did, I'd have to break my money market account and pay myself just to date myself, and then I can go home and jack off in the name of leukemia research. I am having dinner with Kush's wife and his ambiguous friend, and Kush is telling the story about how he stuck a toothbrush up his ass when he was 12, and I am wondering if he's telling this anal story to get his friends to come out of the closet. My house guest texted me they ate my Girl Scout cookies. I said, what the fuck, those are my Thin Mints. Don't you fucking touch my Thin Mints. Where do you get me Thin Mints? It's December. I am at the Looking Glass bar, and this woman named Grace punches me in the heart punch drunk to say we're neighbors. She invites me over for brunch, and I just want to say, you know what? You just invaded my personal space, and I just want to run you through a paper shredder and feed her the cats who keep pissing on my porch. It's been too long since the soul has skipped a beat for another person. It's been too long since this soul has skipped a beat for another person. It's been too long since the soul has skipped a beat for another person. By soul, I mean the silver that God has placed deep inside me. Its weight runs through me like schools of dumb fish, complicated as tiny buttons, deeper than the front trousers of the tricks I have rolled with. I cannot toss myself into the East River, though my soul falls from heaven in a shower of saxophone and smoke. By soul, I mean, God, make me a wind instrument so I can toss myself into the East River. The street lamps are howling for the first slivers of light. By light, I mean falling off a bridge, wrapped in the arms of a God who knows your name.
Yes.
And I am just so honored to be a part of this event. And the best reading that I can be in, so thank you. I would like to close this poem, and this is dedicated to the Lessard family who's in the house. I have been inspired by the work of a fabulous poet. His name is Derek Lessard. He passed away last year. And in reading this poem, and having had so much death in the last few months, it just shows how poetry survives. And so I would like to read this. It's called What Time Forgot to Tell by Derek Lessard. I think it's a loss of gratitude for the life you've got when saying goodnight to bedtime skies isn't good enough, but nothing's good enough for you. I think it's when you can't die without a drug. Let your spirit lead you. I think it's when you think tomorrow had to have been better than today. I think it's a reach into a desperation for another reason you can't make me cry. I think it's why I sleep at night, to find me looking for my teeth around my bedside. I think it's a short list of indignities. My hero, someone who'll either write or die, and time will only tell so much, and time will only tell so much. Minnesota poet Derek Lessard. Thank you very much.